Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink sample review for you, and this is by Birmingham Pen Company, and it's called Seized Gearbox. This is probably the only time I would ever want a Seized Gearbox. All right, let's go ahead and open this and do a test. And just so you know, Birmingham Pen Company does not sell samples of their inks, so the only reason I was able to get this is because somebody had a bottle of it and they were willing to send me a sample. Go ahead and fill this in. There we go. But this ink has been sold out, and I didn't see it coming back in stock on their website, but they sometimes bring things back periodically. They just sell things in such small batches that everything tends to sell out very quickly when they make one of their inks. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and write the name. All right, and this was Seized Gearbox. Birmingham Pen Company. All right, and here's how that looks so far. It's kind of a oily green color. It's really pretty. I'm going to go set it under the fan to dry. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to test this out on some copy paper. I always like to do a test on this because sometimes all you have available to you is some cheap paper. Maybe you're stuck at school or work and don't have access to your normal paper, and you just want to know if the ink is going to behave itself. I'll go ahead and there we go. Okay. And this is copy paper. All right, so here's how this looks so far. It's kind of an olivey green so far. Let's see what that dries down to. A lot of times these inks change color as they dry. All right, and this is HP 32. HP 32 paper is another type of copy paper, but it is smoother and better quality, and the ink tends to show off its properties a little bit better. So it's a really good in-between option. All right, HP 32. There we go. And if there are any colors that you would like to see me review, leave a suggestion, and if I have that ink or if I can get it, then we'll do a review video. All right, there we are. And that's how that looks so far. We'll give that a minute to dry, and I'll test this out again on some Tomo River paper. And Tomo River paper has a really nice finish to it. The ink is resisted a little more, and it tends to show off its properties really, really well on this paper compared to some others. So I always like to do a test on here. This is Tomo River. And if these videos are helpful to you at all, or if you enjoy watching them, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And it does help me out quite a bit as well. All right, there we go. That's how the Tomo River looks. I'm going to give this a minute to dry and check on the swatch and see how that's doing. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So here is how this turned out on the copy paper. There's no feathering, so this is great for all kinds of paper. It's got this beautiful mustardy brown, kind of an oily brown color to it. Very, very pretty, and another unusual color. And then here's how it looks on the HP 32. It looks like a totally different color. So you've got this much richer, deeper color to it, and then a broader range of tones. So it's like this darker color, or sorry, lighter color here goes to this darker color. And then around the edge, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but there's a tiny, tiny bit of a green sheen. And then in the writing down here, you can see, of course, lots and lots of shading. It's very pretty. And there's a tiny bit, just the tiniest touch of that green where the ink pooled. So I bet this would be pretty in a pen that put down a lot of ink. It's just a guess, but that's what I'm thinking. And then here it is on the Tomo River, and just like on the HP32, you have this lighter shade in there, and then the darker brown, and then the edge of green there. Very, very pretty. And then of course all the shading, and this is a really neat color. So I really like they have a lot of really nice bizarre colors, and I guess that's the only way I can put it. They have some really nice ones, unusual, rather than just what we typically see from other places. Anyway, I've always liked just at least testing out their inks because they're so fun and unique. And here is how it looks on the swatch. And here you got, again, that kind of oily brown color. And then that green sheen that hopefully the camera picks up. I can't see if it's picking it up there. It is good, okay. So it looks really good. This is a really nice one. You can see how it looks in the writing down here, and how the sheen is also picked up in the writing, which is nice. And in person, this is really pretty. So anyways, I will leave a link to their website. This may not be in stock, I don't know, but if it is, if you do like this color and if it does come in stock, they typically sell out pretty quick, so just make sure you grab one while they have it, if they bring it back. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.